Opus Clip turns your long-form videos into short clips in one click. Opus Clip is powered by AI, and it can create 30 clips in 15 minutes and outperform any manual video editing by saving 90% of time and tons of money. Opus Clip is so hot right now, it's like trying to get tickets to a Beyonce concert. So get Opus Clip now. Don't be the person who hears about it later and goes,
"Dang, I should have listened to Tiger Toledo."
Go ahead. Be the cool one in your squad. Try Opus Clip today for free. Just click the link in the description. Opus Clip turns your long-form videos into short clips in one click. Opus Clip is powered by AI, and it can create 30 clips in 15 minutes and outperform any manual video editing by saving 90% of time and tons of money. Opus Clip is so hot right now, it's like trying to get tickets to a Beyonce concert. So get Opus Clip now. Don't be the person who hears about it later and goes,
"Dang, I should have listened to Tiger Toledo."
Go ahead. Be the cool one in your squad. Try Opus Clip today for free. Just click the link in the description. Opus Clip turns your long-form videos into... Peace, peace, peace! It's your international sales and marketing hitman, your humble hip-hop sales host. Whoa! We about to turn up. This is a big one. This is a big one. Let me get my microphone real quick. I got my green, incredible.
All right. Here's your audio. There we go. There you go.
One, two. Check.
1, 2.
Yeah, we gonna turn up. Oh, I gave shout outs to people on Instagram. Black Savage 21, REI Pablo, what up? Lisa Mathis, what's going on? Shout out to you guys tuning in. You are now tuned into the Tech and Tiger Show. You heard?
Yeah.
Run that money machine, man.
Circle it.
Oh, yeah. Why not? Why the hell not? Hit him with the circulate. Where the hell's my circulate clip, man?
Selector.
Where the hell's my circulate? I know. Oh, okay.
Engineer boy. Circle it.
Tech. So today, Tech, we're going to be talking to the family about why every mobile notary needs to build a notary agency. And here's why. Would you like to take the lead on this one, brother?
Hey, there was a period where I did not have a notary commission.
Mm-hmm.
All I had was a pen and a piece of paper, some stamps, some rubber stamps, and that's it. But I couldn't, they all were expired, so I couldn't go out and stamp any documents. And it lasted, I believe, 81 days. I counted.
Mm-hmm.
How do I know? Because I counted. So that whole period, for some people, they would have closed their doors. That would have put them right out of business. They would have to shut down. But thankfully, there was a solution.
Yeah.
It was the notary agency. That solved the problem. So I'm a believer. I'm a big proponent of the notary agency. It's not as difficult as you might think it is.
Mm-hmm.
not as much of a problem as you might be thinking. So, but how would you know if you never even looked?
I agree. It's definitely not as difficult as people make it out to be. It can be simplified, really, really easy. Also, the fact that life happens, right? And your car could break down. There could be a family emergency. There's an appointment that you cannot run because you're only one person. There's so many factors that play into why you need to build a notary agency. Your commission may have expired and you're waiting to get issued your new commission. You could be going on vacation like you did, Tech. You went on a cruise. So there is a lot of factors on why you would need a notary agency to pick up that slack. One of them would be scale. If you want to scale your business, having a notary agency makes that possible because it's not just you anymore. Everyone's commission becomes your commission now. What else?
That's a real point, man, bro. Think about that. If that's not really connecting with you right now, you're hearing it, you're listening to this. Think about that for a second. Everyone's commission becomes your commission, and if you are doing everything, I mean, you go on vacation, car breaks down, commission expires, and you were the person who did everything, meaning you took the phone call, you took the emails, you drove to the appointments, you printed the paper, you sat at the tables, you shipped the documents back, you followed it, like you did everything. And all of a sudden, in that formula, in that equation, if you are all of a sudden removed from that, and now everything goes away, like everything just collapsed. It's not a business, is it? It's not it's I think we have to redefine what self-employed and what that definition means. We got to revisit, redefine it, maybe expand on it.
So I wrote, I went to ChatGPT and I asked it to tell me what would be the reasons why mobile notary or solo entrepreneur mobile notary would need to build an agency. And this is ChatGPT's response. It had two responses. I thought this was one of the best ones. And you can read the response in the description as well. So it says that if you're tired of working long hours and you're barely growing your income, is that a factor, Tech? Oh, he had to make a move real quick. Now, that is a factor when you are running a lot of appointments, but your income isn't growing. But guess what? Inflation is growing. Inflation is going up. Your customers, your clients are steadily trying to get discounts from you. They don't want to pay your fee, but yet you're still paying for gas, you're still paying for paper, you're still doing all of these other things that go along with the business, but your income isn't increasing. This is a real life situation for a lot of notaries out there right now. Right now. They're going through this right now. Now, one of the things that you could do, you can increase your price, right? You can, and that can kind of offset things. But the agency side of it can give you a huge advantage on growing a note. And let me explain to you how simple it is. Okay. So if a person calls me and says, "Hey, I'm looking to get a notarization," then I'm gonna use locally, but people that know me, I did it nationwide. I did it all over the place. But I'm gonna just concentrate on locally right now. So if I got a call from a client that needs a notary in Chicago, and let's say I'm unavailable to do it. Maybe I'm picking up my kids or something at some location. What I do next is I get all the details and then I get the payment up front. I let the client know that there is a 2-hour. Now, I could do it in 2 hours. I could do it in way less than 2 hours to find a notary to run it, especially in my own backyard. I got enough hitters out here where I call them and they're ready to go. They're shooters, right? So, but let's say you're just getting started. You don't have any hitters on your squad yet. What you can do is go to a directory. You can go to any directory. And we have a course on this as well. But you can go to a directory, look up, type in the zip code, find a notary that's closest to that client, and just give them a call and let them know what your fee is going to be and what is required. That's it. After the notarization is done, pay them and keep it pushing. They say thank you. You say thank you. Customer says thank you. Everybody's happy. Give it up.
Yeah.
Is it that simple, Tech? Isn't it pretty simple to find a notary? Like within a 1 hour time. Can you find a notary within a 1 hour time?
Man, there's over 830 notaries, I believe, in my area. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And you mean to tell me you can't find one person? Come on. I can at least find one person. And I think, what is it that people are most afraid about? Are they scared that if I don't find somebody that the customer is going to be upset? They're going to be mad at me. What's that? Worst case scenario, what? What's the worst thing that could happen? That what? You're 5 minutes
You refund them their money. That is the worst case scenario, bro.
Worst case scenario. You got to give them money. Give them the $20 that you charge them. Give it back to them, right? Right. Hopefully you're not charging them that low. But listen, the complication. Time for that. Seriously, man. They're gonna call your phone and say, "Hey, you lied to me. You cheated me. You give me my money back." That's only if you're charging them in advance. So if you're not even doing that, then you really don't have to worry. But worst case scenario, you're 5 minutes late. But these are things that you anticipate. You let the client, and the clients appreciate this, don't they? They like when you communicate to them as a courtesy. The notary's running late. They're leaving the appointment. They're finishing up with the previous appointment. Something happened on the road. They're looking for parking. Give it a few minutes. As long as you're talking to people and telling them what's going on, and you can relate that back to your own life. Think about that. The last time you went to the gym and they didn't open up at 5 a.m. because the guy who's opening up the gym, overslept, and now you're like panicking and stuff. All right. You'll be okay. The person's on their way. They'll get there shortly. Same thing with the notary. As long as you can, but don't you feel better once they tell you? If you're, kind of using that scenario, as long as somebody's communicating with you, you're at the doctor's office and you've been sitting in the lobby, the waiting room for 45 minutes, and your appointment was supposed to be, an hour ago or whatever. All right, as long as the front desk person, they say, "Hey, yeah, doctor will be with you shortly." She's, they're just a complicated patient that they have working with. As long as there's some communication, they're telling you what's happening. Don't you feel a little bit better? It's not as if they didn't say anything. So the same thing with the clients. If you can't find a notary in an hour, which is crazy, right? You should be able to find somebody, right? If you can't find somebody in an hour, then that's where you come in. That's an opportunity for you.
That is true.
That's a business chance for you if you really look at it. Oh, notary! I know what to look for in a notary, and I still can't find a notary, right? That sounds like there's a problem that I can address. And that's actually that's what I experienced. That was my real life experience. I said that people look for same day, last minute appointments. So I'm going to fill that void because, to be honest, here's the real thing, Tiger. I'm going to drop this on you guys. You ready for this? Every appointment is a last minute appointment. Every single appointment is a must-have now appointment. Every single person, every single one of them. Now, they may tell you, "Oh yeah, we're looking at 3 o'clock tomorrow, 5 o'clock, Friday," but really, what they're telling you is, "Hey, when can you come? Can you tell me when can you come? And if you can come now, shit, even better." So I treat every single appointment like that, and and there's a real need because notaries in my area they were flaking. They were really flaking out on people, and that's not just what we do. That's why we can command the prices we can command, and we can take over like we take over, man, because we answer that one question.
Yeah, for sure.
Got him.
It's what was it difficult for you to get in the groove of having an agency? Like, what was there a disconnect? Was there like some discomfort that you were experiencing when you were like, "Hey, all right, look, I can't run this one. The client is ready to go. I need to find a notary." What was it? Was it difficult for you? And I mean on a psychological level, right? Because physically, you're just picking up a phone. But was it exiting a comfort zone for you?
Yeah, it was hard. I would say making that switch from being used to doing every little thing and just taking off the handcuffs, just letting go. Yeah, I gotta tell you, man, it was really hard. I would say because nobody's gonna do it like I do it. Nobody's gonna do it like you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you know that person that is going out there, they're gonna represent you or your company the way that you would do it? And the reality is that they're not. They're just not. But I know you kind of disagree with this right here, but giving them the freedom to do whatever they want is kind of liberating. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is like you don't want to give. I know how you're one of your things is don't give them the phone number, which I've evolved on that. I've evolved. So, but by me giving them the phone number now, I've given that person, that notary, I've literally given them the keys to the car.
Yeah.
So, and that's hard in the beginning. It takes some time because you want to do everything. I mean, I want to be the person to talk to them. Like, I want the appointment to go exactly how I would do it, but the reality is that you can't do it.
Yeah, it was a bit difficult for me in the beginning too, especially since I did not have my notary commission yet. I didn't have no stamp, no journal or anything, but I was getting the phone calls. So I jumped ahead and immediately started marketing a company I didn't have or didn't have any knowledge on. So
wow.
So it was frustrating, but it was necessary, right? Because if I'm getting 7 phone calls a day at that time when I first started, and people are like literally throwing money at you, but I can't catch it. I can't receive it. I'm just dropping the ball, just fumbling. You begin to get frustrated with yourself and be like, okay, I got to figure out where this problem is. Luckily, Andre Hatchett had a course on building a notary agency, and he was able to simplify it to the point where I was able to execute that the very next day. So,
wow.
If you are going to build, and I highly recommend that you do build a notary agency, it's a good auxiliary for what you're already building, right? You're already building a notary empire. You're already building a notary kingdom business. It is a natural progression for you to build it out to the point where other people can benefit from your hard work.
Now, what's the difference between a signing service and a notary agency? Because I think people might be confused. I've heard people.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. Like, I think they're one of the same. It's just like how you decide to approach it. because I'm like, they'll say, go sign up to a bunch of these signing services, right? And I'm like, who are these signing services? They'll be independent companies.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I call it agency, they call it signing service. That's it. That's what it is to me. Like, I don't really see too much of a difference of the two.
But you don't think there's a difference between being heavily into the loan signing, because you think signing service, that's because let's say you're approaching somebody, a notary, and telling them build an agency. My recommendation: build an agency. Like, do this to safeguard yourself. And then they're like, I don't want to have a signing service. Like, you're not talking about
Now, I will say that. I would say that the agency is more, as you would call it, wide, and then signing service is more like we're doing real estate documents. I think that's more reserved for their name. But at the end of the day, they're still dispatching work, right? So the fundamentals is still the same. It's just like one plays in one sandbox, the other one plays on the monkey bars. Same playground though, right?
Yeah. But in the agency, you're replacing yourself versus, or you at least have
I would think at the signing service you would want to replace yourself too. Now, I know when I was teaching a few loan signing agents how to build their own agency, they were definitely afraid of doing it because they felt like there was so much going on as far as like doing a real estate document that they did not want to manage people. And if you felt like you had to manage someone, that means you hired someone that was unqualified. The person cannot execute. Like, when you get on the phone and you find a notary in your area that can do it, you know to talk. You know to talk because you walk the walk yourself. But the fact is that if you feel like, oh, you're going to be managing, you got the wrong people in your crew. You got the wrong people in the crew. Grab some hitters, pay them well, and they'll continue to, to carry out those orders that you send out to them.
Right.
Heck, what's their name? SnapDocs. They're dispatching, they're sending text to how many people in that area? 15, 25, 50 people, and whoever responds first at the lowest bid. I never like that because that seems like they're auctioning off deals, and when they're able to do that, that means they can command lower price because they have created an ecosystem where they have more workers than work. When you have more workers than work, you're either going to trim the fat or you're going to start paying them less. So being fed, spoon fed, there's nothing wrong with that. Grab deals. If you're cool with that, grab deals wherever you can grab the deals. And then when you get your own personal phone calls calling in directly to you, then you can mark up those prices. So play your position if that works for you. Play your position if that works for you. Me being spoon-fed and they're dictating their price to me did not work for me. I needed to set my terms. Otherwise, what's the use of being an entrepreneur? For me, I felt like I wanted to give whatever price that I want, work around my schedule, not their schedule. I would do all the fulfillment, but again, when I realized, like, I think my brakes went out or something like that. My brakes went out one day and I had to go to the mechanic and get it fixed. While I'm sitting at the mechanic, I'm getting sales calls. So at this point, I have to find somebody. This is real life. your brakes will go out. You're a mobile notary, your brakes are gonna go out one day. Like you're gonna need to replace your brakes, you're gonna need to change your oil. So, and then you may get a sales call while you're in these locations.
Yeah. Happens
What are
all
you
the
gonna
time.
do? You just gotta tell the people no one's available. Go find somebody else.
People do that. I'm closed. I
I
can't.
would
I'm
recommend
busy.
it.
I can't do it right now. I'm busy. I can't do it right now. I'm at work. I can't do it right now. I'm at the car wash. I can't. And then they just turn away money. They just money repellent, just dousing themselves.
Dousing.
Yeah. I just had a call now. Yeah. They just covered in it. You can just reeking of just telling the client everything that they can't do. You guys want a tip today? How about this? You guys ready for another tip? Is it time for another tip?
I think so, Tech. Let me hit the drum roll on that one.
I think it's time for another tip. Yeah. Thank you. It's the man. All right. Every time you say I can't, I can't, I can't, we can't, I can't, I'm not available, I can't do this, I can't go to the signing, I can't be there at 6, I'm at work, I can't, I'm busy, I'm at the table right now, I can't talk to you right now. Every time you say that, every time, just more money just being just bleeding from your notary business and more money repellent being sprayed all over. Because what are the chances that that person's going to ever call you back? Very
No.
slim. Never, probably. Listen, anytime somebody calls you, anytime they get on the phone with you, you got to be the last person that they ever speak to. It's your
Yeah.
mission to make it that you are the very last person that person ever speaks to. They found what they're looking for. You found it. So when you tell people I can't do this, guess what they hear? Oh, you must can't do it.
Yeah, I call it the headliner effect. You want to be the headliner, although you may have 20, 100, 800 other notaries in your area. When they call you, they are calling the headliner. Everyone else was an opening act. So if you know that you're about to close down the show, you're going to have your pyrotechnicians with the, you know what I mean? Like the flames going to pop out, confetti's going to fall down, all kind of shit. It's spectacular doing business with you. You're not an opening act where your DJ barely could get the scratches in. You know what I mean? You never did a mic check before. It sounds sloppy. You want to be the headliner when a customer calls you.
Yeah.
You've just tuned into the best. How can I help you? And you go in for the kill. Now, once you're able to start closing deals like that, it's gonna make a lot of sense to you why you would need an agency.
Yes.
Because many people that are in the notary business are not closers, and it's okay. That's not your thing. You probably worked a corporate job. You probably did, blue collar work a lot. You never got into the whole sales marketing aspect, and that's okay. But remember something: it's a learned skill. You can learn this. So if you're closing the deal, that means that you, as an agency, have a direct connection with the customer. You're doing a direct to customer sales. All you have to do now is find someone to do the fulfillment. And the fulfillment is a mobile notary who is capable enough to execute on those documents for you. It's not difficult. It's not difficult at all. Once you find somebody that can execute on that document, you let them know how you're going to pay them. Like me and Tech tell our notaries that we pay them within 24 hours. So what that does is it blows all of these title and escrow companies out the water. Why? Because they take 3 to 4 weeks to pay you.
Wow.
So how many times, Tech, has a notary said to you, what, you pay like immediately, like right after?
Bro,
It's comical in some cases, man.
Not only that, they volunteer other services. They're like, man, I just got off the phone. The guy says, I was telling you about the guy who says, well, how much do you charge? I'm like, well, shit, you want it right now or you want it like next week?
Yeah.
He says, well, I can do it next week or I can do it tomorrow, but I would prefer to have it today. Start playing those games. I'm like, okay. So then he says, you know, this needs to be sent back to my work. Is there any way that I could have it like mailed out? I'm like, so you want us to ship it for you? Well, yeah. Okay, good. This is what it is. This is how much it costs. This is what we can do. So he agrees to do it. The notary, he went and executed the appointment. You know, I left him a little note and says, hey, make sure that you don't leave the document with him. All right. And customers love this. You start educating them on what they can and can't do or what they should do. Give us the original. You keep a copy for yourself. Always good to have a copy. Always. Oh, I'm not that tech savvy. Well, he can do the copy for you. How about that? And then we can return the copy. So here's the opportunities for upsells now. Before we send the document out, copy, and then we'll have it sent back out to you. Would you like that? Would you like us to hand deliver you a copy of the document so that you can always have a copy so that if it ever got lost, the possibility of it ever getting lost, right? Shit gets lost sometimes. And then the notary goes, hey, man, because the arrangement was I would pick up the document and I would go, just, we do FedEx, man. We do overnight. We do high level stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, hey, the notary's like, I could do it. See, now they're volunteering services where now I don't do anything. Right now, all I'm doing is facilitating and directing traffic. Notaries are like, they're so happy, they're so thankful that you gave them opportunity. You're paying them same day. You're not waiting 3-4 months to pay them. They're just happy to help at this point. They want to keep the machine going too. They want to keep the train going. They want to. This guy, he's a rock star. All he wants to do is help the machine stay moving. And why wouldn't he, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's getting what he wants. I'm getting what I want. The client's getting what they want. So he volunteers to go take it to the post office, UPS store, whatever. I think the post office closed. I don't know. Which is another way that you can close deals. I mean, we're just showing you how to close deals today. We're showing you how to get agencies, how to get rolling, how to close more deals. Tell the person that last pickup is 3:45. You should book this appointment before then. You want this? You waited last minute to ship this document back to work? My recommendation, sir, is to book this appointment before the last letter gets sent out the post office. Oh, well, I didn't know that. Yeah, I know you didn't know that. So, do you want to book it now, or do you want to wait until tomorrow after you've called 5 or 6 different people? Maybe. No, let's go ahead and get it started. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you want to get this started. So, listen, we're just showing you guys how to be faster.
Yeah.
Customers appreciate speed. You say, yeah, we can have somebody there in 45 minutes. Yeah, I'll have somebody there in less than an hour. Your document will be in the mail by tomorrow morning and on its way back to Chicago.
Yeah. Now, another thing that ChatGPT said about why a notary should build a notary agency is last-minute cancellations that leave you empty-handed. Now, I can let you know right now, the way Tech and I teach, this does not happen. Last minute cancellations and you leave empty-handed, that doesn't happen.
Wow. I feel bad.
The reason why is because we charge up front. So at that point, once you already get the funds, here's what you do. Like, they either can reschedule and keep it on the books for a later date, or there's going to be a cancellation fee, which your time is worth money. You spend time with them, you probably print out paper, and then all of a sudden at the last minute, they cancel on you. What are you doing to protect yourself from that? I get that you want to appease the client. Yeah, that's great and all, but even shoes, there's a restocking fee.
Oh my God.
You buy some shoes and then you don't want it, you send it back, they're going to charge you a restocking fee. Cell phones, they'll charge you a restocking fee because they have to put the back in the box so it looks brand new again and put the plastic around it and all that crap. And they're going to charge you for that. So the fact that you were doing all of that running around and everything like that, you should be having a restocking fee as well for a last minute cancellation. Hey, LaShonda. What's going on out there in Jersey? That's my girl there.
Shout out
Hit
to
her.
Jersey.
Hit her.
Yeah, you can't be canceling. Look, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, then it happens, whatever. But why do you gotta suffer? Why do you gotta pay?
Exactly.
Because you got in the. It's just like you getting ready for the game tonight, and you a star athlete on the team, and then all of a sudden, oh, we're gonna forfeit the game because the lights went out. Well, you just hyped yourself up. You getting ready to. You done worked out. Now all of a sudden, it's time for tip off, and you can't play. Same thing. You got an appointment coming up at 5:30, and then all of a sudden, at the last minute, you had a snack. You kissed the baby, and then all of a sudden, you walking out the door. Then they cancel. You got dressed. You put on your money repellent cologne. And
you called Nana to come watch your kid for you while you know what I mean? Man, listen, dude. Somebody has to pay. Someone head is going to roll. You done made all of these movements. You push things back, and then they could just call and cancel on you at the last minute. Now, here's one of the great things about having a notary agency. When you build an agency, you take that in consideration. Wait, hold on. What would you tell the client if they try to cancel on you on the last minute, but this time you dispatched a notary to run that assignment?
Ooh.
You already told this person you're going to pay them. They already got into their car, already driving to the location. This client decides to cancel at the last minute. It makes you take a step back and look at the big picture of this industry. See, a lot of times we're in the notary industry and we're doing the plowing, right? We're doing all the shoveling and cutting the weeds and stuff like that. But as an agency, when you take that step back, you get to really see the big picture. If I dispatch a notary and she's on her way and you cancel at the last minute, I'm going to have to compensate her for that canceled appointment.
Yeah, yep. Coming out of something.
I mean, if you're an ethical, business person, you would want to give them something for their troubles.
Yeah, it's not their fault. That's not their fault.
Right. So how would you approach that client then?
Yeah.
What would you say to that client then?
Yeah.
Would you be afraid of confronting that client? Because confrontation, I do understand that it is a problem in this industry, and confrontation, it does not have to be a bad thing. In this, you're stating your demands, you're stating the way you run your company. They don't run your company, you run your company. If they can't understand that, they need to move around. So now you tell a client, well, we already dispatched the notary out to your client. They should be there anytime now.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can get back on the phone with your client and make this thing go through? You put pressure on their ass. Otherwise, we're going to have to take, and whatever your price is, I do half. I'll
50%?
do half. And depending on the price that I negotiated with the notary, I'm gonna make sure that they get compensated half of that, and I'm gonna keep the other half. Because my time and my efforts went into it. I was the one that closed that deal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No doubt, man. The notary is not their fault.
No.
It's like cancellations are rare in general. But this is the benefit of having a paid in advance model. Once people actually have some skin in the game, it's rare that they back out. It does happen though.
Yeah.
But let's say you don't even get paid first because you just gonna do it. You're just gonna run the appointment. So you can go collect the cash in person. You can go swipe the card in person. You were gonna do it, and then all of a sudden you're on your way. You knock on the door, and then nobody answers.
Man, not cool at all. Those that are getting paid at the location, you're playing a dangerous game.
Oh,
you're playing a dangerous game on quite a few occasions, and I'll go to the extreme, and then I'll dial it back. The extreme is you get paid on location, and you told this person that you'll accept cash. Now, if this dude is or female is a shady character, they may think that you have other cash on. Look, I've seen them rob people for less.
Yeah.
Right? So by you informing them that you're going to take cash at the spot, they can set you up to get robbed. Because most likely you have cash on you. But you let them know, like, no, the company, this is their protocol. You have to pay the company, and then they'll let me know, if I can run the appointment. I don't carry no cash.
Great advantage.
You ever seen those vehicles that say no cash on board? There's a reason why they put that on there on the Amazon trucks, FedEx trucks, UPS trucks. No cash on board. Don't rob our people.
Don't rob us, bro.
Also, what Tech just said, you go over there and they decide that they're not gonna open the door for your ass.
Nobody's home.
Right. You get to the door, you knock, you ring the doorbell, you see an eyeball through the peephole, and then they don't let you in.
Hello.
You didn't get paid up front, and they completely dissed you.
Yeah. So it's rare. People cancel appointments, but once they pay in advance, though, it's hard to stop a train that's already moving. That's my whole saying. So once they've already put it in motion, they paid.
They're committed.
Yeah, they're committed to it. Yeah.
They're committed. Once they break bread with you, they're committed. The fact of them even thinking about cancellation after they already paid you $1 and change for that notary, like, no, they're going to argue the fact on your behalf.
Yeah.
I already paid them. No, it's going down today. No, you're going to sign these papers today, Grandpa. No, you're not going to back out on this. I already paid them the money. And then they have a cancellation fee. Hell no, we're doing this.
Right. Yeah, the thing about if you don't get paid, oh yeah, it's a wrap now. Yeah, you're at the mercy. They can just cancel on you for any reason. Not good.
Bro, I've had a handful of times that clients have stiffed me when I had that business model. I have a handful of stories where it took a couple of times for me to knock myself in the head and be like, all right, look, dude, this isn't going to work. This business model right here is not going to work.
Yeah.
And it feels awkward as hell because now you're thinking, do I charge them before I do the notarization or do I charge them after I do the notarization? I don't want to look thirsty, but I want to, like, how should I charge them?
Right, now it gets awkward. That's true. You can avoid all that, man. Yeah. I remember there was somebody who commented on one of my stories. She was saying you should never take payment until you've executed the notarization and everything's been stamped and everything's been finalized and the customer's been satisfied.
Yeah.
Like, what? Let me find that.
Fuck here.
I was like, you sound like somebody who does everything. See, that would never play out in somebody who has an agency.
And see, you guys, when we talk about, there's only a handful of people talk about the building that big company feel, right? And when you hear that, I implore you to listen to those videos. That helps you project a perception that is larger than life for your business, because people's confidence comes from the things that they see.
Yeah.
You're not dating your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend until you see that motherfucker first. I don't care if you're on Tinder or whatever. Let me see him. Let me see her. I don't want to get catfished. So the fact that you can build and make your company look so illustrious is a huge factor in the type of clientele that you'll get as well. Because if you're given the perception that, hey, my business feels like it's at the top of the John Hancock building or the Empire State Building, and we have a dispatching center and we dispatch notaries nationwide, like this, that shit is very attractive to clients. You're building trust in your business.
They'll give you their credit card over the phone when you do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got to get ready to bounce. Tech, any last words, brother? You got any offers?
Yep. Go to mygoldenstampnotary.com/workshop. That's again, mygoldenstampnotary.com/workshop, and sign up for the Sabrina AI sales agent. So you can start to implement some of these strategies so that you are not doing everything in the business. If you're doing everything, then that's not a business, that's a job. Nothing wrong with having a job. But if your intention was to start a business, and I know it was, I know that's why you came here, to have a business, something that you can lead and you can guide, not so that you can give yourself more and more and more and more and more work. Then go to mygoldenstampnotary.com/workshop, and we have a demo for you. We have a workshop that can teach you how to start to implement some of these strategies, and mainly using Sabrina right there. I guess you can kind of see it right there. All right.
All right, you guys, till next time, peace, love, and happiness, and we'll catch up with you guys very soon. Peace.